Yeah, Ben Johnson. Yes. Mike McDonald.
The young coach NFL coaches to
On
watch:
this
Ben Johnson, Mike McDonald, Sean Desai, Brian Callahan. I think that's how you say Sean Desai. Do you know that how you say that name, Brian?
Desai. Yeah, Desai.
Desai, Chris
Desai.
Horton, Brian
Brian
Johnson,
Callahan. Yeah.
Jared Mayo, Ejira Evero. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Patrick Graham and Bobby Slowick.
Yeah.
You heard of any of these guys?
I've heard of Brian Johnson and Ben Johnson, the two Johnson I've heard of. I've heard of Gerard Mayo, the linebackers coach for the Patriots. Yes. Mike McDonald, like I said, yeah, I heard about him. Brian Callahan, I think they were talking about him for a bit yesterday on the broadcast. Let me ask you guys this: what do they all have in common? Besides one,
defensive coordinators.
Yeah.
No, they're all OCs.
Was that what it says? Oh,
yeah, they're all OCs. Like I said, besides Gerard Mayo, the linebackers coach for the Patriots. But and then the Chris Horn is a special teams coordinator. A special teams coordinator doesn't get its props. A special teams coordinator, oh my goodness. If the Bills should have fired somebody, it should have been the special teams coordinator. How do you have 12 men on the field on the game-winning kick? How?
Lack of discipline.
Like, I'm not even a Bills fan, and I'm like, what happened? How? How?
Terrible. Terrible.
That's your job. You're the special, even head coach. You know what? I'm not a Bills fan, but what they did to that poor coach, Ken Dorsey, that was not cool, man. Not cool. They needed a scapegoat, and he was a sacrificial lamb. And man, the NFL was like so cutthroat. These coaches is just like, wow, like, you know who's okay. So Tom Peliss's young coaches, okay. I'm still on the mindset that I think Jim Harbaugh will make his return to one of these vacancies.
Oh, really?
Yes. Huh. If Michigan wins the national title, and there's all this speculation about they cheated and whatever, dude. Right. That guy's on the first bus to or plane, what have you, planes, trains, automobiles, doesn't matter, life raft.
You think he's going to do the same thing
as raft? He's going NFL. He's going NFL. One of these owners is going to get desperate and they're going to bring him on.
He's doing the USC guy. I forgot his name.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. He's doing a Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Get out of Dodge.
Right. And he has the backing from his brother.
Yeah.
John in Baltimore. I mean, John stood up for him. Even he said that they didn't give him fair shakes. You know what? This whole thing with Michigan is a different story. Yeah. But okay, back to the topic at hand. Yes, it's like special teams corners are very important. No, it's not because of the punting and the kicking and he's in charge of the kickers and these guys they have to know everything. Offense, defense, their own category, special teams. They have to know the entire field. It's special teams. A lot of good coaches. If I'm not mistaken, I gotta look this up next time. I'll have it for you guys. I know some special teams corners who have become Hall of Fame coaches. So yeah.
I don't see your Rams or my Packers. Go ahead.
No, yeah. Yeah, we're as the Rams, we pretty much already shipped off everybody. Kevin O'Connell's the guy with the Vikings, and he's just blossomed. He's been fantastic, and just for him to bring in Josh Dobbs and have Dobbs like on the fly, it was like that's coaching as well. To keep that team in contention, they're not going to win the North, but to keep that team in contention to win a wild card berth. That's special. It's just, you lose Cousins. It's like a situation with Burrow. It's like they lost Cousins and they didn't even miss a step. You bring in Josh Dobbs, and Josh Dobbs was with the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah,
at the beginning of the season. But the Browns felt like DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, is like special, and he looked good in that preseason game. That preseason game against the Jets. He had some flashes. So I want to see what happens this next Sunday. Yeah. And I want to see where the coaching is with Stefanski. Stefanski's a heck of a coach. He's just been the bad hand. And they got a good defense. Like I said, this team is ready to win. They're not going to win the Super Bowl, but they're ready to compete.
What do you think, DG?
No, I was just gonna say, I think definitely younger coaches are the new wave or the
Mhm.
wave of the future. Because look at
Yes.
Sean McVay, young
Yes.
guy,
Yes.
and man, like he turned the ship around, and
Yes.
he got us that chip.
Yes.
And I think a lot of teams are like, yeah, you know what, let's give these younger guys a shot, and it's
Yes.
a lot of pressure, like Brian was saying, they need to
Yes.
know offense, defense, their own plays, and
Yes.
it's like, but you know what? You might find a diamond in the rough.
Yes.
Let them develop. Let them, like we were, Brian was saying, up in Minnesota. He
Yeah.
to bring that quarterback around that quickly. Like,
Yeah.
or
Unreal.
get him up to speed with the offense. Like, that's really impressive. That's great. Like,
He hadn't even like really learned the whole playbook, and I mean, just to kind of like, I guess, do like a cliff notes.
yeah,
You
pretty
can
much, right?
say,
Yeah,
yeah, like a cliff notes, like on the fly. It's like that. It's just outstanding. Outstanding.
yeah,
That's coaching. Yeah, and another thing too, gentlemen, is this is a different NFL. These younger players, I don't want to say they want to be coddled, but they don't want to be getting yelled at. They're grown men. We live in a
Yeah.
different society now where it's like I'm a man, you're a man. Treat me like a man. So they don't want to be barked at by like a Bill Belichick, and that's
Old
the thing
school.
with Bill Belichick. It's like now everybody's like, well, man, like I think a lot of these players look at him and it's like, well, you had Brady and you won all these Super Bowls with Brady, and now you don't have Brady, and I think that Mac Jones is not getting a fair shake. I think he's an NFL quarterback. Okay, he's gonna be on a different team next year, and he's gonna get a fair shake. Anybody with these backup quarterbacks, even the Bengals would love to have a Mac Jones. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Mac Jones is not the issue. We're going back to coaching.